Welcome everybody to the Method Lab. The METHOD Lab. Damn, you gotta watch me struggle. Shit. Fuck you, Larry. Oh, shit. For you guys that just watch me struggle, I'm about that gym life now, and I'm fucking sore than a motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Fuck it. The show must go on. The fucking show must go on. Welcome, everybody that's joining us. We are the Method Lab. We are here on 1025mke.com.
That's right.
Radio you can watch. Call, text 414-502-9447.
Yes, sir.
And let's get this show on the road.
All right, man.
What's up, bro? How was your evening? Yesterday was a blur. I don't remember what time I got home or what time I went home, or all I know is I've been sore like a motherfucker.
I went home shortly after you.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. You were here working on the BBRW.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yep. Making sure the roster was tight and the arenas were tight. And I wanted to make sure we had a lot of cultured arenas.
Cultured arenas?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
So this will be a season where BBRW goes on the road.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right.
All right, I'm just pulling up the files here so we're ready to go. The way they're numbered, should I load them the way they're numbered? 1 through 9?
I can't really hear you.
You can't?
No.
Hold on. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Not in my headphones.
How about now?
Yes, now I can hear you. Yes, there we go.
There we go. Just these settings were a little bit low. But yeah, should I go with these first 9? Load these up?
No. First and foremost,
okay. I was just getting this ready for us.
First and foremost, because of the fact last night I left. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I went home, and as I'm saying this, you can actually load up the first one.
Okay, the first one.
I went home. I immediately, watched the show. But I fell asleep. I was tired. And the strangest thing, I had a dream. Mm-hmm. And the dream was really vague because there really was only one color.
Okay.
And it was red.
Oh, shit.
Like,
you got that weed in the cut.
Like that, like that, like that Mars's.
Oh, yeah.
Marsish kind of red.
Red, yeah.
Like that type of shit. Real dry. Saturated, And
don't laugh at me.
It was weird. But it was strange because it felt like home, but it wasn't. Mm-hmm. And I guess because the color was off and because it was unrecognizable, I guess that's why the dream was kind of a blur.
Okay.
Not quite sure if it was a nightmare, not quite sure if it was a food dream from the chicken we had. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because we did have some banging ass chicken.
We did. 3 different kinds of flavors, yo.
Yeah.
it was a nice powwow. It really was.
Good afternoon, Vonnie.
Shout out to you.
I'm going to put the chat box up here.
Oh, man. A weird time for Wi-Fi, too.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it's been really fucking hit or miss. I'm sick and tired of fucking having to call at home.
Yeah.
Because they fucking suck.
Like, I've been trying to balance it out where I live. But even out there in Brown Deer with all those fucking trees, all that wooded area, the towers are miles and miles away, falling apart for every carrier they could possibly have. But they're falling apart far away from us.
It's fucking it's kind of embarrassing.
It is.
That our infrastructure is so fucking shitty here in this fucking great country.
It is.
You know, all of our services are out of date or out of fucking. It's like, come on, man.
Like, I got a WhatsApp I can barely use because of the weakness in Wi-Fi that I get out in Brown Deer. You know? And I've been places where, you know, Wi-Fi just booming. And I've been some places where it's just Kansas City, fastest Wi-Fi in America. That and the ribs are probably the only reason I would ever
go to Kansas
City. Not for the team, maybe to go to a Chiefs game.
My homies.
Right, I'd probably go to a Chiefs game because it's probably lit now. You know, y'all got a title. Y'all feeling yourselves. So that's probably another reason to go. But for the food, the music, and the fast internet service, that's really it. Like, I would make all my important calls right there.
Oh, man.
Imagine that. But anyway, I woke up and I was shocked. Not necessarily in a way like, how could they? But more so in a way that, God damn, again? And it was this news clip that I saw.
All right, let's pull it. Ba-da-ba-da. Here we go.
A mass shooting in Boulder, Colorado left multiple people dead, including a police officer, on Monday. That's according to authorities, who also confirmed that a suspect injured in the violence has been arrested. Police gave no known motive for the violence, which unfolded at about 3 p.m. at a King Soopers grocery store in the Table Mesa area of Boulder, some 28 miles northwest of Denver. Boulder Police Chief Maris Harold said 51-year-old police officer Eric Talley was killed in the shooting.
Officer Talley responded to the scene, was the first on the scene, and he was fatally shot. I also want to commend the heroic actions of the officers responding not only from Boulder PD, but from across the county and other parts of this region.
Police said the suspected gunman was believed to be the only individual with serious injuries who survived the bloodshed. Video footage from a CBS affiliate at the scene showed a shirtless, bearded man in boxer shorts being led away from the store in handcuffs before he was placed on a stretcher and loaded into an ambulance. The man in custody appeared to have a bloody leg and was limping as he walked. Monday's bloodshed marks the second mass shooting in a week, following a deadly rampage in Atlanta last Tuesday that left 8 people dead, predominantly Asian women.
Yeah.
Now, I know the argument. Guns don't kill people. Idiots with guns kill people. How long are we going to turn a blind eye to the idiots with guns that kill people? Why are we making it so easy for the idiots to get guns so they can kill people? Like, seriously. We can ride on that argument all we want. If you're a gun owner, if you want to be a gun owner, like, it's one of those things where you say you're so quick to defend your right to carry the gun. But it's like we have individuals within us that should not have a gun. We know them. We don't say shit. And it's people like that that make it difficult for people who should have a gun, who have a legal right to, and understand the responsibility of it. It makes them look bad. Fuck the NRA. I can give a damn what the profiteers of guns could feel. But for people who actually carry a gun and know those requirements and responsibilities and understand that power and what they're doing with it, not this fucking asshole who just decides, I'm going to go play duck hunt at a goddamn mall.
Mm-hmm.
He shot 10 people. 10. Dead. Just like that. 2 gun rampages within days. 2 separate places. Now, some people out there would actually jump to say, right out the gate, common denominator, 2 white guys.
Mm.
Most of the time, white guys.
Oh, so this guy was having a bad day
Right.
as well.
You know? Like, what's going to be his excuse? Couldn't find parking.
Mm.
He was in a rush. Well, he was running late. Like, what's going to be...
They ran out of coconut shavings at the coffee place.
You know? His favorite store was closed. That type of shit.
I was kind of pissed off when I found out that Lids over in Bayshore was closed.
That's fucked up, right?
Yeah, because that's the only one that customizes hats.
Yeah.
Not this fucking mad. And even if I was this mad, they would call me a fucking terrorist
Right.
or something in that regard. They wouldn't call me a bad hombre.
I can't imagine.
They wouldn't say I had a bad day. You know, and it all plays into everything that we talk about here. You know, when you catch us on our rants or when you catch us on our political tirades or on our American tirades and how we feel as citizens of this nation. You know, it plays all into it, you know, because it all revolves around around the fucking fact of the matter is that everybody that walks this earth, I saw this meme the other day that said, everybody has 2 eyes, but no one can see your point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like people are living in this fucking bullshit ass fantasy of what they perceive America and their daily lives. And, you know, like if it's an episode of Friends or it's an episode of the Kardashians or an episode of some fucking reality show where it's just nothing but highlights, but in reality it's like everybody is walking their own fucking hell or their own whatever, good living or whatever, you know, because some people got their shit together.
True.
And they're okay mentally, they're okay physically, they're okay spiritually, and they walk this earth, and, you know, their experience is a lot different than you or I. Not saying that we're fucking tormented souls, but we all live, and we fucking spend a lot of time together, but yet we still have different stories to tell.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's one of the key factors of why we're so fucked up is that people are so strung out on themselves, you know, on themselves and their narrative and what they want to see out of life, that they forget that something as little as switch a presidency,
Right.
you know, maybe this person was brainwashed and was fucking, you know, a Trump supporter. Now he has to deal with the reality that is no longer his reality. And how the fuck is he going to come into the world if he chooses to and adapt to what the new things are, you know, or this person was fucking, you know, straight 2 weeks ago, but now he decided that he wants to be gay, and now he doesn't know how to approach life and how to, you know, what type of gay person he perceives himself to be, and that whole mission, you know, me starting going to the gym again and being fucking sore as fuck out here in the world, you know, and that in itself is very defensive or defenseless feeling, because, you know, normally I can assess shit and move around, but now I'm out there stiff as shit. Somebody comes try to carjack me, like, how am I gonna react? Like, you know, those are just examples of how everybody has their own little bits and pieces to their life, their breadcrumbs that they leave in their story of their life, you know. And you get people like this. Like, realistically, how can you prevent something like this? You know? Because this perceived idiot or this fucking asshat or guy having a bad day could have been perfectly normal last night. You know, and something within his night or something within his morning or something within his flip the script, you know, because there are those people that happens to, you know, and then you have those that are obviously, oh, well, all the signs are there, you know, we knew this shit was going to eventually happen if he was pushed too far, you know. Right. But realistically, how many people are trained or not even, or even conscious enough within themselves to see somebody in the room and be able to pick up on that? You know, we're readers. We like to sit in the back of the room and see who comes through the door and see what energy and what vibe and what they tell us just on their demeanor, you know. But the majority of the populace in this world, in this country, all they see is themselves, you know. Oh my God, you know, grandma's over there in the coffin at the front, but I'm back here. Oh, hell no, I lost my job. How am I going to pay these bills? You know, there's those people that you are here to celebrate somebody else, but yet you're making this whole show about you, you know? So it's very, very difficult. And there's no, I did see, you know, obviously Jeremy being a gun owner, being a veteran, like, he really doesn't like he, not that he doesn't like the topic of gun control, he just doesn't like the fact that the government is trying to take away his rights to bear his arms how he wants to without taxation or, you know, anything like that. Right. You know, and then there's other people that just they just want gun control because they think it's gonna fucking fix the problem. You know, and those people I believe are more of a problem than the informed gun owner that is saying, no, you're not gonna take my shit just because you guys aren't willing to put in the work to help figure out a system to find a good solution to this. You know, that doesn't, you know, and I think a person that's like that is a lot more viable and a lot more important to the conversation than somebody that fucking is just following a trend and has no facts on guns, never even been by a gun, never, you know, associates with them, just lives life and does what they want and, you know, deals with their you know, with the repercussions to their actions and all that shit. But they lose that connection with the fact that, yeah, you can perceive the world however you want to, and you can live your life however you want to. But in the end, this is a big ass puzzle piece. And there's a lot of things that you're not gonna like that hold shit together. You know, there's a lot of things that you are gonna like that are the reason why shit don't come together. You know, good or bad, because you can be as woke and as fucking, you know, pro this and pro that or anti this and, you know, but your opinions and your view and what you bring to the table can be detrimental to finding a real solution to issues, you know. And it's just, it's disappointing. It truly is disappointing that, you know, there is that much of a disconnect, you know, and it's been disconnected like that. You know, I think the last time we were actually connected and in unison was probably 9/11, when as a nation we're like, oh shit, let's figure this shit out. And we figured it out for a couple of years, you know, in a way, because we had our issues. We had, you know, I don't know what the correct term is, Islamophobia and stuff like that, that were negatives as well. But in the consensus, there was a shock to the nation that kind of made everybody look away from the mirror for a second, you know. And I don't know. And it's sad to say that we need something that detrimental or to that magnitude to shake us up again, you know, because as a nation, we have a lot of good, you know, with the Black Lives Matter movement. You know, I hate that I have to use that term to you know, categorize it, but that movement, you know, and you know, I don't even know the correct term for the anti-Asian hate movement, and you know, the brown movements, and you know, and the white people that are out there that are realizing what the issues are of this nation and are starting to address them. You know, there is a lot in this nation that is a positive, but I think we need something to shake it, to really bring it up to a scale where it needs to be, you know, because I think right now it's ripples in the water, you know, it's very, very tiny ripples that don't carry, you know.
I don't know. I feel like, number one, I feel like it's different. I think the way we perceive ripples is by something actually, like you said, something shaking. Mm-hmm. We're used to moment shifting events,
Paradoxes.
where somebody
That's what
dies.
it would be, a paradox, like when a shift is.
Not necessarily.
No, okay.
A paradox would be like something that would just be like,
No, okay.
kind of like a unbelievable but unsolvable mystery.
Okay.
Something you couldn't comprehend.
Okay.
We're used to our events being life-changing, altering. Somebody got murdered, assassinated, mysterious, conspiracy theory behind it, you know. We're coming up in a different generation that handles their shock and awe in different ways. They speak in a language online that we don't even understand sometimes. When I look on Reddit, they had this thing where they said top 10 internet moments that changed your life from the last 10 years. And honestly, 9 out of 10 of them I couldn't even fucking recognize.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what the fuck that was. One of them I remembered only because of the fact I saw it on one of those shows, like, it was either Ridiculousness or Tosh.0.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those funny, you know, internet blooper, whatever the fucks. But others, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And I realized something. I was like, holy shit.
Are we that out of date, or are we
We
that
are.
old?
We are.
Yeah.
We are. And it's not a bad thing. It's really not. It's an internet thing.
Mm-hmm.
The internet has kids that have understood a whole nother way of using it. While we were forming our ways and pioneering and learning all these other excess ways of doing it.
Look, hon, my resume is now uploaded to
Right.
the internet.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Now I have 16 warehouse jobs on the line.
we were sitting here learning how to, you know, transfer resolution from one quality to the next and transfer that onto a DVD or to a CD or onto another form of streaming services, while these kids were learning how to code and do that shit on their own and build a computer, and not just any computer, a gaming computer, the fastest gaming computer, a faster gaming computer than Nintendo and Sony and even Microsoft. Like, these kids were evolving while we were learning this whole outdated of all this shit. We were mastering our Windows 98, and these kids were on Windows 07. They came into that. Even I saw a girl do a tutorial.
So you're saying we should crash the internet and leave in the playing field?
I mean, as far as crashing the internet, we can. It's very possible. It's not like we're outdated and we can't catch up. It's not. It's just that we're looking in a totally different direction.
Yeah.
We're still measuring the world by what we are used to, and it's a completely different world. We're looking back. We're not even looking back. It's just like we're kind of looking to the side, like, look at that horizon. You remember that one time? And if we're looking forward, we're missing. Disney World just became all holographic.
Yeah.
They're advancing some shit. These kids, I can't even call them movements. What we did were movements because nothing was moving. It's moving, but it's moving in their direction. You see, the kids are far more accepted of not only some hatred, but also some compassion and love. Our youth today is more, I want to say, middle of the road as far as guns, but mostly in a I don't really give a fuck kind of way. Let's just see what happens, which could go either way. And that's not a good thing. When you think about it, they could vote one day. Let's just see what it's like without guns. Let's just see. And that'll be the day when you need them.
Yeah.
Or they'll say, everybody just get a gun.
When China sends a fucking Megatron.
Right. Or they'll be like, you know what, everybody just have a gun. Let's just open it up. And then states go to war at each other. You know? It's at a time when idiots got the power. It's a very tricky thing. And it's because we're so petty at the top. You know? We're fighting over things that we saw our parents fight over. Or older people that we grew up watching fight over. We've chosen one of their sides, or we've remained neutral.
And I think what we also have is that we linger.
Yeah.
It's like back when we were young, you know, you held on to that cassette or that CD until something else came on.
Yep.
So we linger.
We linger.
Like
if we ain't heard nothing better
like
than that, we sticking with
Pepe
it.
Le Pew was what, 2 weeks ago?
Right.
You still got motherfuckers that are butt hurt. Like seriously upset about Pepe Le Pew. And that's all they can talk about. You know,
like, nigga, get over it.
And you got these kids like, oh, Pepe Le Pew, ha ha ha, that's fucked up. Ha,
Yeah.
ha, ha. All right, hey, look at that shit. Someone redid the Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
And then they're over there. And while us, you know, I get it. I get what you're saying. Us older people are over here like, no, hey, wait till I get to the fucking grocery store and I see Kyle over there.
Right.
Hey, Kyle, you hear about Pepe Le Pew? Let's stand here for a half an hour and talk about it. You know,
we can't let it go.
Ah, fuck, man, I'm sorry. You know,
That's how we are.
yeah.
That's how we are. Not as a whole. If you are, I want to say, 32 and up, you're in the petty generation. You linger. You hold on to grudges. It may not be all of those things, but some of those things, it's you. It's you. And it shows when you can't have your way. Because most youths are going along for the ride. They going just to see what the fuck's happening. South Beach, they there to see just what the fuck will happen.
Yeah.
And they shut down South Beach. What the shit going on in Miami? Nothing. There were no superstars down there. Nobody. They was down there mostly fighting. I know. I've seen the video. I got it on my phone. I watched it 8 times. It's pretty funny. But
Oh, we got some comments. Mila says, "Yeah, I'm still mad because they need to fix the real shit instead of they fucking with our cartoons and toys."
I mean, come on now, seriously. Who was really celebrating Pepe Le Pew before this shit? All they said was he's not gonna be in Space Jam 2. He can't play basketball. He stinks. Think about it. This is LeBron's team. Jordan don't give a fuck. He'll make anybody great.
Yeah.
But this is LeBron. Y'all have cheered LeBron on for 16 seasons. He's done this all the time. He's going to break up the Looney Tunes. You know this.
He is.
They had to trade him. You want to see Pepe Le Pew? Watch the Lakers. That's where they traded him to. Check him out. Goes by the name Kyle Kuzma.
Vonnie says she won't be 32 for a few weeks, so she don't count.
See, there you go. It's our generation is used to that shit.
Yeah.
We're used to it. We've been entertained by that shit.
Yeah.
The Jerry Springers, the Maury Poviches, the Attitude Era, the cartoons. We love rivalries.
Yeah.
Sports, we love rivalries. We cheer that shit on.
Yeah.
We love it. Our younger kids, some of them are going to UFC because they know there's money in it.
Yeah.
But they leaving before before you go brain dead and get the cauliflower ear. They go and use it as a platform to jump onto something else. Mm. We go into shit because we want the aggression. We want the smoke. Yeah. We want the battle. We want the fucking scars. We want to get carried out in that shield because we know we're the last of a dying generation. Mm-hmm. The last of the knuckleheads. The last of the gladiators. We don't have to be that. We choose to.
And now all these fucking this next generation is like, how do we perceive world treaties? Dance off. A build off.
Straight up.
Let's see who can get the most points at the end of this contest.
Dude, these kids just might revolutionize the Olympics. All that shit might change. Mm. All of that shit. They may eliminate sports, certain sports leagues. They may add new ones. For all we know, that shit they play in the Harry Potter films, that might be added to the Olympics. They're going to fit that Quidditch, whatever that shit is. They're going to play that shit.
They need to bring back the Aztec soccer or the Aztec basketball.
Hello?
Head of an enemy.
All you need, you can bring it back now. We could be ahead of the curve. All you need is to show a team that can do it. That's it. All you got to do is assemble some players and show that they can do that. And I guarantee you, you issue a challenge. Next thing you know, there'll be other places in other states saying, we can do that too. Mm-hmm. Then another place, we can do that too. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? And they connect. Mm-hmm. Let's start a league. What do we need to do? How much do we need? You've already issued that challenge. Now you're ahead of the curve. You can be the commissioner of that. You can institute that. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. That's how revolutions get started. That's why I hate the term movement now in this generation. You're moving. Movements get started. Movements get things started. Like civil rights, that was a movement. That had to get things started. Mm-hmm. Shit got started. We're moving already. That's not a movement. That's an event. That's taking place. That's not a movement to me. I can't call it that term because it's already moving. If anything, it brings more attention to it. But I love the fact of what they're doing. Because through them, more police hold themselves accountable. More officers are coming forward and showing how much diversity matters to them. People are drawing lines in the sand. People are separating themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to become that way. At the same time, is it becoming popularizing people who don't have a problem with blacks and Hispanics and Asians? Yeah. But they deserve to be. Because those are the fucking people that are moving forward. While this lingering generation is looking back and saying, damn, I miss when we used to keep our foot on their asses. And you know who they are. That's what that shit is about. I don't know. I hate to get long-winded, but yeah.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. It definitely does. You know, it's I don't know, man. It's like you said, it's something that you can churn over and churn over and churn over, and you're always gonna come back to the consensus that, you know, just shut the fuck up.
See,
and live your life and play your part.
We have to be careful. Not necessarily on gun control, but gun education. Because we have a younger generation who's already learning how to drive through GTA. They do not need to know about gun responsibility and gun education through that too. Or Call of Duty. Because that's what they know. They know guns based on fucking video games. The realistic shit they put in video games, they're like, I want that shit. Hell, half the time I'm saying that shit. Does that exist? God damn, I would love to have that shit. Don't even know why. But just to have it. I wouldn't even know where to carry that shit. I saw a goddamn GoldenEye golden pistol. Somebody actually had one online. I was like, damn, I want one. Don't even know what the fuck I do with it. I keep it on the pillow, the glass case around it. Like it was like I wanted somebody, I was daring somebody to break in. And I buckshot their ass.
God damn it.
Let's move on.
Let's do it. And that's our point of view on whatever the fuck we were talking about.
Gun control and, you know, looking past it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Kids of the future.
Anyway, we don't need to remind them. But yo, I saw something online. It's from the Kevin Samuels show.
Okay.
And I want to bring this clip in because there's a 31-year-old divorced woman. Yeah. And she
ethered another old lady?
Oh, she wasn't. Well, she wasn't old. She was 31.
31.
But it was necessarily how he ethered her, but most importantly, what he ethered her for. Because a lot of people got to remember, you know, people look at Kevin Samuels and be like, oh, he just dog out women. Derek Jackson used to pump women's heads up with all kinds of shit, telling women it's their fault, it's men's fault for how they get treated, and nobody should cheat on them. And he was cheating on his goddamn wife for years. I had to come out about it. And his wife is gorgeous. And this musclehead son bitch was just cheating on his fucking wife. I've been telling y'all to keep it real for years. Meanwhile, he in his fucking car riding around asking her what draw she got on. Literally. I saw the fucking video. He was asking her what kind of fucking draw she had on.
Is this that new guy that's going viral?
Derek Jackson? He ain't new.
Oh, I don't know.
He been telling dude.
I just been seeing these memes.
It's a muscle-bound black dude used to drive around telling women, hey, empower yourself. Take care of yourself. If the man don't treat you like a queen, then fuck him. You should leave on and move on. There's a man out there that's going to enjoy you. If he cheating on you, he's a dog-ass son of a bitch. There ain't no reason, ain't no excuse for a man to cheat on his wife or da-da-da-da-da-da and all this other shit. This motherfucker was cheating the whole time.
Oh, shit.
So our motherfuckers just waiting.
Doesn't make the information false, though.
It doesn't.
Doesn't make the information false.
It doesn't. But the reason why the backlash was like that was because he also promoted himself like he was a shining example of how a man should be. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, he wasn't living by that standard. Mm-hmm. So you making your money and your profit off of clowning other dudes and saying you don't live like this. You wish you could be me and da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, your ass was living false. Telling people it's impossible there's no excuse for a man to do that. Mm-hmm. Well, what was your excuse? What was your excuse? Why'd you do it?
He was having a bad day.
I was having a bad day.
I was having a bad day, yo.
So I was.
Hey.
But yo, Kevin Samuels, check this shit out. Let's play
video
this clip.
2, right?
Yeah, video 2. Play this clip. This is gonna trip y'all out. Check this out.
Okay, what do you have for me on the topic?
All right, I'm Asia. I'm 31. I live in Brooklyn, New York.
Do you have a child?
Divorced. Yes, I do. I'm also a current divorcee.
Okay.
My first husband, because that's who my daughter's dad is, he is a middle six-figure earner. He's a physician. So I feel like, personally, I present myself well to men in that financial bracket.
Okay, what's the question?
My question is, how is it after coming out of a marriage like that, do I then present myself once again to men of that financial bracket? Because you're saying
let's
that.
Let's get right to it. How old are you?
31.
And your ex-husband did what?
He's a doctor. He's a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist. Okay. All right. See, that's the difference. When we say doctor, medical doctor, physician, internist, surgeons, that's where the real money is. Psychiatrists, psychologists, they do well, but they ain't rich.
That's what I said. He's a middle six-figure earner.
All right. So, and you said you were married twice?
No, he is my first and only husband so far.
And how long ago were you married?
Up until 3 years ago.
Okay. So you're 31?
Yes.
You got married at 18?
Yes.
Were you raised by mom and dad?
Mom at home and dad not at home.
So no.
My mother and father were married. My father lived out of the state working. So yes and no.
How much older was your husband than you?
We'll say 35 years.
Okay, I just need the truth. So
no, he is much older than me.
So he's 53?
Currently, yes.
Okay, why was an 18-year-old man a 53-year-old man? Did your father hook you guys up?
No. My father's younger than him. For me, it was a personal choice. I was not raised in a household where I had to love or be with any particular race, religion, or sex. If I'd have brought home 2 palm trees and said that this is what I wanted to be with for the rest of my life, there wouldn't have been any question.
That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. That's a damn shame that you could bring home 2 palm trees and we think that's okay. But okay. Was your ex-husband black?
Yes, he was.
All right. 53 years old. You could pick him. Great. Why'd y'all divorce?
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage. There was nothing that I did not do.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm going to need to be very specific with the next few questions. Did he have chemo or radiation?
He had a form of chemo, which is called BCG. It's an injection.
I know.
I
know what cancer is. I'm a cancer survivor.
Okay.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And you divorced him and who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
He became mentally, emotionally, and financially abusive.
What does that mean?
So mentally, I was degraded. I was made to feel less than. I was talked down to. Emotionally, as a partner and a spouse, I was emotionally neglected. And financially, funds began to be withheld from me that would have normally never been an issue.
God almighty. Okay.
The verdict is
It's
in.
amazing how many women who file for divorce seem to be so abused. But the answer to your question, no. No. Any man who's a Henry hearing this would be wise to run. None of this sounds appealing. Do you understand why?
That's the reason why I'm calling and asking said
Well, ma'am,
question.
you got married at 18 years old. So if you're 30, he should be 65.
I'm 31, so he's 66.
Right. Okay. So for everybody at home, she was 18, married to a 53-year-old. And he took care of you just fine up until he got sick.
Correct.
And then when he was fighting for his life, you became a snowflake.
No, when he was fighting for his life, I became a warrior. There was
Whoa. Okay, I'll give you that one. But I'm going to need you to understand what you just said. He was fighting for his life. What
Correct.
war were you in? For your life?
no for my husband's health.
Ma'am,
For
you just said you were in your husband. You divorced your husband because he became financially abusive.
Don't
Don't
sorry,
overtalk.
can
me.
I?
Don't over. No, the man was going. Okay, he was being injected with poison. He was going through quite a bit. So you know what? He's allowed to go through some. Was he on prednisone also?
No,
Okay. Was he on any kind of steroid?
no, he refused.
But he was still injected in poison. So, ma'am, here's your story. I got married to a man at 53 years old at 18, and this man took perfect care of me. He was older than my father. Do you have to work? Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I
No,
chose
you didn't have to. No. You chose, but you didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skills. Knock it off. He was the money. He was the money. See, he actually saved you from yourself, and then when he got sick, you got. Are you a Christian?
No,
Where'd you get married?
we got married at a courthouse.
Who and what vows did you use?
Sickness and in health. So death
You
was
mean
what
you-
the general
you-
vows.
you-
The
you-
general vows.
from the Bible?
If that's where they get them from, then yeah.
Well, you know where they get them from. You're a married woman, and you said them. And then when he got sick, you bailed.
Yep.
No, I did not. But I hear what you're saying.
No, you did. You just don't want to hear it that way. You left. You're sick.
No, I did.
You divorced your cancer suffering husband.
Once he was in remission. After
Okay. So after,
I did.
Okay.
I would never leave anybody like that because I would hate to be left like that.
Right.
There was not a
So,
doctor's appointment.
so are
that
you
I
working
did.
right now?
Currently, yes.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I own my own private consultancy business.
How did you get the money to run that business?
By working other jobs. I've been a flight attendant, so I saved my own money.
Okay,
to
so
open my
I want to get straight. You mean your ex-husband didn't have any money tied? He didn't help you get to start your own business. You didn't take any money from or resources from the marriage.
No. When I left the marriage, all I wanted was my name, my car, and my daughter's college account. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I got other people in here. I'm gonna just tell you right now, no, ma'am, nope. My spidey senses are tingling, and I'm sensing all kind of lies, deceptions, half truths. And at 18 years old, 31 years old, I'm gonna be honest, ma'am, this is a whole mess. Though even the way you're talking, it just sounds like, ugh. You divorced your ex, and what you think you're just gonna pick another one? Why would anybody want to deal with?
Let's see. I'm intelligent. I'm motivated. I have my own business. I maintain my own lifestyle. I'm not understanding the full scope of your question.
Well, see, that's the problem now, ain't it? You just described yourself as the man. See, you got to understand what the men want. And nothing you said in there was anywhere close to being feminine, beautiful, inspirational, caring, loving. The way you're talking almost sounds like a dude. Better go back to your husband. That's all you got. Especially in New York. What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. No, it's done. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'4",
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye. Wow. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. 5'4", 180, and all that attitude.
God damn it. See, we like to start shit around here.
You see?
You like to start shit around here.
You see? You see? You see? You see? What a fiery indictment right there. Hilarious. Very. But he said something that was very interesting to me. I've never been married. And the reason why I've never been married, nor have I ever asked anyone, is because of the fact that I imagine that getting married, I have to speak those vows. For better, for worse, rich or poor, sickness and in health. Till death do you part. I'm a firm believer, and if I'm married, that's it. That's it. And I gotta know that I can ride with you during my sick day or your sickest day. Through my broke or my rich. Same for her. For the worst part of her days and the worst part of mine. But also how she handles the best parts of her days as well as mine. Because people have great days and they switch up on you. People have terrible days and they fucking just take it out on you. You know? So I have to see the yin and yang in all of that. And that's the type of stuff you see over time. And for me, in my relationships, women couldn't take their time. They wanted that next step now. I've been waiting too long for this. I'm not a part of that marathon. Like, I'm not that person. Like, to me, every time I venture with someone, that's a brand new race. It's a brand new race to me. I was running into people that was just like, "Oh, you joining me on this one?" Yeah. No.
Yeah.
This is something different. Because the ones that run that same course are carrying the shit from all these other people. They never stop running. They never reset, went on to another race. Yeah. Like this girl. She divorced that man as soon as he was fighting cancer.
Or in remission.
When the money is slowed up, because you got to pay that shit back, you got to pay those medical bills. You weren't around him during that time. So he was calling you out your name because he was false. Because you weren't getting things the way you were used to.
And that's a long time, you know. She was 18, she's 31, she was divorced, 3 years, she said?
Yeah.
So she was with him for a good over 10 years.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm sure at some point he felt, obviously as an older man, 53, I think he said it was, right? 53.
He was 53 when he married her, but he's 66
At 53,
now.
you have obviously you go into it, you know, with your securities, because shit, I'm 53, I just pulled an 18-year-old.
Right.
We're about to do something.
Yeah.
You know, so you feel some type of, but at the same time, I'm sure he had his insecurities, like, oh shit, she's 18. What if I'm not on my shit? And
Right.
She leaves me and takes half of my shit, you know, in the
Right.
next 2 years. And then after a while, he's like, oh shit, she's still here. And then he got sick. And he's like, oh shit, damn, I was not expecting that. I thought I had already passed that. You know, that's a fucking mighty pill to swallow, you know.
I mean, sometimes you just have that wake-up call. Like you said, he was 53, he was feeling himself. Secure, you know, trying to live a young man's life. Got this 18-year-old who probably got sick of her. Like, you know, why your ass here? Like, you just here for an allowance. Goddamn girl. The man was older than her father.
That's nuts, man.
That's nuts.
And not necessarily, you know, shit, if you're going to live by the fucking slogan of age is just a number, then that really doesn't matter, you know. But at the same time is...
You better be prepared to know that number you add up to math. We're going to do the math on that fucking number. You just better accept it.
It's I guess it's the commitment issue. You know, I guess that's where, like he said, obviously the moral of the story for him is always to make you realize in the harshest of terms. You know, but like he said, no. It's like, how do you expect somebody else
to be with you
in that bracket, or anybody in her 30-year-old bracket or any bracket, knowing that, you know, not necessarily that the vows are what ties you for life, and if you obviously that ties you, you know, but there can be that decision to be like, okay, you know what, this is what it is, let's back up. You know, but you know, for somebody to know that I myself, when he needed me the most, or right after he went through the most, you know, difficult part of his life or our life together, I bailed, you know, or left for XYZ reason, then, you know, yeah, it's a no. Because how are you gonna treat somebody else that's in a different scenario? You know, not necessarily that the next person will get cancer, but what if the next person, you know, can't get his shit together as quick as you would like to see it, or treats you different than what you're used to, and now you feel a certain type of way because you want to be treated the way you used to be treated.
I'm gonna be real about it. This is a girl that's been kept since she was 18. Like in no other shape, form, or term. This is a woman who probably had, like she said, she's a mother. She's had a child with a 53-year-old man. And she married that 53-year-old man. And she's been kept by that 53-year-old man. And in no way, shape, or form do you get any vibe that this was romantic. If anything, this was probably a shotgun fucking wedding. And this was probably to avoid child support. But it wasn't like she came from wealth. This was a guy who obviously, you know, was a sugar daddy. Let's be real.
At 53, you got to be realistic. Some guys out there look great at 53.
Yeah.
You know, you can't tell the difference between a 53 and a 40, 30-year-old.
Yeah, you can.
Well, yeah.
You can.
Anyway, yeah.
You know he rolled up playing the Gap Band. As soon as he rolled up playing Charlie, if you roll up to an 18-year-old and you playing Charlie Wilson, your ass is in your 50s.
Yeah.
You're in your 40s or 50s. Because if you're in your 30s, you're going up to them and you probably playing whatever rapper they listen to, knowing damn well you don't know the words. That's how we know you 30.
Yeah. With the rhinestones.
Exactly.
Extra tight rhinestones.
Hell yeah.
With the sweater 2 sizes too small.
You got a tight ass t-shirt on.
Yo, drawers and belly button hanging out.
And a do-rag.
Get your shit together.
Do-rag on top. I got a nice necklace. They got a nice necklace. That's how we know. That's how we know. But no, man, like that was a sugar daddy shit, man. Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't feel bad for her whatsoever because of the simple fact what Kevin said, what Mr. Samuel said to her was not wrong. It's not that she can't find love. It's the fact that no man is going to want to find love with her because they know they won't. She's not in it for love. The way she described herself, he wasn't lying. She sounded like a nigga. That's how men describe themselves. I'm independent. I got my own business. I got my own place. I'm successful. I make good decisions. I can do my own oil change.
Right. I
can cast a slide. I can step. I'm all familiar with every fucking season of Golden Girls. Like this girl has been raised by this man.
I And I got some Beyonce in my rotation.
You know what I'm saying? She know how to iron. She know she know the difference between the cast iron skillet and shit. Like, she know all the old school shit. She is cultured in that. But in all fairness,
she's been to the Doug Banks retreat.
right? She's been on the Doug Banks morning cruise.
6 years in a row.
She done seen Morris Day in the Time 6 times.
She used to go get some dessert after dinner.
She was at Tina Marie's last concert. She has. Yo, she go be first.
She's vintage. She's aged.
she gonna be the first one in the chat room when the Rod Isley and Earth, Wind and Fire meet up in the versus battle next week. That shit is all her. She can't wait. She got that shit marked on her calendar. She have a clubhouse party. This girl, it wouldn't even make sense for her to go back to dude. He divorced her because he was ready for her to move on. He was tired of her shit. And I'm pretty sure that some people out there feel like that was bogus. Like, that's not fair. Anybody can get any type of love. I'm sorry. There's no participation award for relationships. It's not. It's really not. You don't get medals just for being in one.
You either in working on it or you're out.
Yeah. And she, unfortunately, that's the bed she made. And I'm not saying she's forced to stick with that dude. She's not. If she don't want to be with him, she made her decision. But at the same time, she can't expect to go out and find somebody that she deems better. She hasn't grown up. She still think there's nothing wrong with what she did. Her vows were in sickness and in health. Health deteriorated and she bailed. She left on one of the vows she mentioned. And I know people are like, you can't expect that because she wasn't, she's not a Baptist or Christian or anything like that.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It's the words.
You said the words. You took that vow.
It's an agreement.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the terms and conditions.
Your baby's life was on the line when you took that vow. That's when you did it. But I guess that baby is good now because Slack done paid his college tuition off because your ass took it. And that was the fucked up thing right there. He said, did he have anything to do with your business? She said, no, I left with my name, a car, and my baby's college tuition. His college tuition. Now, she says she's a business owner. She's had multiple jobs. She was a flight attendant. I'm not saying that she's a liar. She more than likely was a flight attendant. She more than likely had other jobs. But more than likely, those jobs were not enough if she said he was financially abusing her, which means he was funding her shit because she was probably spending too much and he cut her off because he's like, you got your own. Junior's going off to college. You good now. I release you back into the streets. So that's what the shit sounded like to me. And once you are released back into the streets from the sugar daddy that once took you in, if the sugar daddy don't want you, the streets ain't got much for you either. That's just it. That's like...
Unless you run into Rick Fox.
Right.
Because he be in all the streets.
Or Shaq. Shaq picking them up now. He taking them all.
Diesel time.
He invested in every fucking thing. You sell flapjacks? I'm gonna invest in your shit. Go ahead, dribble these balls. Come in. Yo. Oh God. Let's move forward, man. Yo, I got this video. It's video number 3 for you. This video that's out. I don't know if a lot of you have seen it, but here's a guy who I want to be as successful as this man wants to be free. Okay? Like I'm so serious. I want to be as successful as this guy right here wants to be free. Like, it's amazing.
It's not coming up. Hold on.
It's not coming up?
No, it's not transferring over.
Now,
It's here, but it's not transferring over.
oh, it's not like the video and stuff?
So it's probably in a different format.
Probably. It was like a
Let me
low quality.
play it real quick.
See how it
If that will
goes.
activate it.
We're going to try and get the video up for you guys.
Oh shit, something happened.
Wait, what'd you do? Uh-oh. Usually people say that it's like a red button got pushed. And then some got launched.
No, we might not be able to play that.
Can't play it?
No, it's not coming up.
Ah! I have to work on that video then. All right, well then let's move on. We'll probably get that one going for Friday.
Yeah.
It's a funny one anyway. But let's move forward. Still,
Let's give our points and views on other shit.
our points of views on other shit.
We seem to be good at that.
There was a
What's up, Heather? She said, what's up a little while ago.
oh snap. I couldn't even see the comments. It was weird. You know, there was a video talking about the Asian hate
Oh,
that
no.
that was going on.
Number 5?
Yeah.
Oh, we got another Bill Maher in here?
Yeah, we got another Bill Maher in here, but
Buddy.
we'll get to that.
Okay, it might be something with the program because it's not letting anything come over.
It's not letting anything go on?
Uh-uh.
Well, ain't that something?
Let me see.
We got some
Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. It was
some
just a delay.
sabotage.
All right, let me try dropping in this other video now that it let something else in.
All right.
Sorry, just troubleshooting shit.
We're troubleshooting, y'all. We're doing it live and we're fixing it pre-post.
So let's see. No, that video is just excommunicado.
Oh,
All right, well, no, we got this one rolled up, so whenever you're ready for it,
let's do it. Let's do it now.
here we go. And a 1, and a 2.
So
and
check
a
this out,
2,
y'all.
3, and a 2, and there we go.
A wave of violence against elderly Asian Americans putting communities across the country on edge. There have been more than 2,500 incidents of anti-Asian hate crimes reported between March and September of last year. That's according to a new study from New York's Asian American Bar Association. Some of the attacks have been caught on video, and a warning now, they might be difficult for you to see. The 84-year-old Thai man shown here has died after police say a 19-year-old knocked him to the ground in San Francisco. The suspect has pled not guilty to murder and elder abuse charges. And this 91-year-old man brutally shoved to the ground in Oakland, California's Chinatown. Authorities have charged that suspect with assault and elder abuse related to 3 Chinatown assaults. NBC's Vicki Nguyen now. Vicki, it's so disturbing.
Contessa, today is the Lunar New Year. It's the year of the ox. Normally, this would be such a huge time of celebration in the Asian American community. It's obviously subdued this year because of the pandemic, but also because of these heinous attacks against Asian Americans. That video, absolutely disturbing. It's particularly bad in the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, where police have stepped up patrols and citizens are now patrolling the streets as well. The Alameda County DA, where Oakland is located, said just in the past 2 weeks, they've recorded 18 incidents like the ones you just showed, Contessa, hate attacks against Asian Americans. It's gotten so bad that the Alameda County has formed a special forces a unit to try and respond to this. Here in New York, some promising action. The police here have been way ahead of this. They started a task force last April after the terms Kung Flu and China virus started circulating and increasing hate incidents. Here in New York, on average, they see 2 to 3 hate crimes against Asian Americans per year. After the pandemic, that spiked to 27 last year, from January to this year. So you have 25 officers who speak 11 different languages now, trying to address these crimes and protect the community. What's encouraging this time around, you're seeing so much more talk about it. From Hollywood actors to Broadway stars to social media, people are fed up. They're sick and tired of it. Everyday citizens as well. One man in the Bay Area actually formed a sign-up call out to volunteers. He says he's gotten 200 people who have volunteered to be chaperones to help walk people around the streets of Oakland's Chinatown. There's an actor, Will Lex Ham. He's gone out there to the Bay Area passing out pamphlets and whistles, just encouraging people to report hate incidents when they see them. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
What we want to do is to make our elderly feel safe. You know, there are a lot are out and about right now because of the Chinese New Year and Lunar New Year.
And Contessa, it's such a difficult issue because traditionally this Asian American community doesn't want to call attention, doesn't want to talk about these things, particularly the elderly. But what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing is a wave of younger voices, a new generation saying this is infuriating, enough is enough, we're fed up. And they're all hoping that with this new year comes new attention and new action to prevent these attacks. Contessa?
We can all hope that. Vicki, thank you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.
Shut up.
Now, I wish that I could sit here and say that type of shit is old and done. But it's not. That shit's still going on.
Yeah.
I just saw a video I was going to share, but I'm going to wait till another time because I couldn't get it to download. But it was a video of an elderly woman. She was punched in the face by a young white man. Mm-hmm. And I know people are going to... It's not funny.
I just feel so goofy.
It's not funny. It's just me reacting to Gio trying to eat. He got T-Rex arms right now. I swear, I feel like I'm watching. I now see how it feels to be CeeLo Green. It's not as easy. It's not easy.
Man.
It's really not. No.
Crazy.
But no.
I put the comments back up there so you can see them.
Yeah. But no, like seeing how this woman was beat on by this man, just ran up and punched her right in the face. Her eye was swollen. But this Chinese woman, this Asian woman, I'm not even sure what she was, but she was Asian. This woman happened to carry a stick. It was like a paddle board. Mm-hmm. That she keeps with her for protection because of shit like this. And she beat his ass. He was handcuffed to a stretcher when somebody turned the camera on that had her eye swollen. She was crying hysterically, but she still wanted to whoop his ass. He's handcuffed to the fucking bed, split down the forehead, bleeding across his broken nose. And he's just in shock.
How dare she?
Right. Like, where are y'all mad? Like, the fuck? The fuck is all this for?
And you know, it's good to see that the youth is coming up and they're not letting it sit in the back. Like the reporter said, you know, the elderly in the community, the older people in the community, they're not going to want to talk about this shit.
No.
Hey, it happened. Can't do nothing about it. Let's move on. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the approach. That's the old mentality. These kids nowadays are like, no, fuck that shit. You know, let's find something. Let's find a resource. Let's find a way, you know, to find something towards a solution. Mm-hmm. You know, that's I guess we get so stuck in our day-to-day way of thinking that, like I said, you know, we just stay stuck and we just linger. It's like these kids are, you know, I don't know. They give. I guess they give me hope in a sense that, you know, yeah, we might not find the solution, but at least motherfuckers are willing to put in action. You know, they motherfuckers might not know how to change a tire or how to do a fucking oil change, but if somebody's beating the shit out of people, elderly in the community, and these kids are putting their energy towards finding a solution towards that by, you know, having groups patrolling and providing whistles, you know, for the elderly and being alert to what is the issue, then that in itself is a lot more than we've done. You know, because what the fuck would we do? Oh, well, that's fucked up. If it was my people, this is what I would do. And it's just like fucking, what is it? Officer from the videos we be watching.
Oh, officer harassment. Officer harassment.
At the end of the video, when dude's always talking shit about what he would do and starts punching the air, that's literally what we do. Us in our bracket, that's literally what we do. We fucking talk shit and we debate and we go over it and we go talk about it with our neighbors, but nothing ever really gets done in the now about it. You know, unless we're pushed to a place where we have no option but to. Because everybody's in an uproar, you know, and I don't know. It's fucked up. It's fucked up as well that these motherfuckers are going after elderly people. Why don't you go after young Asian Americans? You know, go to a fucking gym or a bar where they congregate and go do your bullshit. See how that goes.
It's just that's you hit it on the head. You see how the youth are taking our examples, evolutionizing it. They're organizing it. We just got together and did that shit. We didn't care if we needed a sanction, a permit. We was doing that shit because back then it needed to be done. But because we fought fire with fire, we were met with fire we couldn't handle and match, and a lot of our blazes got put out. But these kids understand that system enough to go and get that done. They know somebody. They got those resources. They know somebody. Oh, they got the plug.
They know that they have to just make it something that's viral. Their platform is the internet, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, and
we'll make them come to us.
And they get more results in a non-violent, like, oh yeah, keyboard warriors. I get the whole keyboard warrior thing, but yeah, some of these kids are actual keyboard warriors that actually get shit done through their knowledge of technology and through how to manipulate reactions from people.
It's not even that. They come from a place we can't relate to. They're speaking for their generation. These kids that are on these keyboards are typing away. If we're reading their words, they're impassioned. They're speaking in a way that they've been inspired by people we've taught them about. So we call them keyboard warriors because they're so good at typing on the keyboards. They're so fast. They're so quick to reply. They're so talented in their arguments. But the truth is, we inspired them to be that. How is it that we've encouraged them and paid all this money for them to learn how to do this shit and then ridicule them because they're so good at it?
And they don't do shit the way we do.
And we don't do shit the way, you fucking bastard, how dare you type so fucking fast and tell me about my shit? Fuck you, I'm not reading all this goddamn shit.
I got $100 worth of points at AutoZone right now, you little shit.
Right.
What do you got?
Fuck you, asshole, I bet you can't fight. I bet you I could have been your dad, you fucking loser. Like, we can't take it. We linger.
Because we used to do that shit to the old folks.
We did.
Before us.
We did. We cannot take it. Just like our parents couldn't take it. When you were the old dog in the yard, it ain't your yard. Not for long. At some point, somebody steps into your yard. Unless you have your own yard. Not a lot of us have our own yard. A lot of yards we share. And we may walk around like, yeah, that's our yard, but that yard belongs to someone else. So you're going to get your own yard. Like, that's how it goes. Some people are okay with that. Some people are fine with that, and some people are not. Some people want too much. Some people linger into what they know and what they want, as opposed to what you need and what you deserve. It's a shame. We kind of block ourselves like that. We do.
Like Elle says, you got to get the fuck out of your own way.
Yeah. We do. We have to get out of our own fucking way. We linger too fucking much. We do. We do.
Yeah, we do.
Now, this next clip, this one is for a specific set of people. And yes, this comes from Bill Maher. Now, this message, normally I wouldn't share. However, I saw it and I wanted to go over it, even though it is, I think it's an outdated, kind of an older one, but still, it was something that I felt like looking at and revisiting and talking about, since we're on the subject of lingering. Let's take a look at this.
All right, 7 minutes, so here we go. Oh, shit, we're going to get flagged.
Facts.
Facts on top of facts.
Now, some people may feel some type of way on the intermarrying and intermingling and stuff like that, and I understand that, and I respect your decision why. I'm not choosing sides on that one. As far as I'm concerned, the jury is still deliberating. Mm-hmm. However, I do love my black queens. Now, to the subject and why playing that video. Mm-hmm. Some of the craziest things have happened to me, especially after the summer of 2020. And it was nuts because, as people know, I'm someone who has a lot of friends on various sides of the color spectrum, race, religion-wise. I intermingle with a lot of people. I do. I have friends from the Asian community. I have friends from the white community. Obviously, friends from the Hispanic community. Friends from the black home. I'm black. It's like that. I have friends of all races and all creeds. People I talk to, people I see on a daily. It's just like, I've always been like that. I can mingle with anybody because I see you as a person. The fact that you're a different race just means it's something that we can joke about. You're different than me. We can crack about that shit, to me. You know? I've always been about diversity because I feel like everybody's experience can be really represented. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I realize that not everybody around me may feel that way. Some people may not mingle with certain people because of that. That's, just the way people are raised. I don't try to change anybody. But by being myself, sometimes that rubs off. Sometimes people are able to learn to let that guard down and be more accepting. Mm-hmm. Because I can't force you to do that. No one can really force you to do that. That's a journey you have to take on your own. Those are steps you have to walk through. Just like you walk, it's easy for you to fall into hate with a certain demographic. It's easy. You took those steps there. You have to be the one to take those steps out. That's all on you. You know? And when he addresses the fact that people, white people, apologetic, I'm going to be honest. That was some of the most awkward shit to go through so many times. Because I had a lot of fucking apologies from people that did not owe me an apology, but felt that they did. And felt, like he said, absolve me. Let me know I'm one of the good ones. Let me know that, you know, it put me in that position. And it's weird because when I'm in an awkward position like that, I find the humor in it immediately. And I can't stop laughing. Because in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, kind of like the way he treated it at the end, where he's like, you want to hear me just berate you and call you out of your name. Like, you like that. You almost would fucking like that shit. Like, I don't know how to fucking feel about this.
I've heard the conversation. You know, obviously we work in Bayview, or we worked in Bayview, which is a very, very eclectic part of town, where you have a lot of these characters,
these liberal,
that are looking for
conservative
that.
Viewed.
They're looking for that. You know, like, oh, I don't believe in any religion. But yet they like taking the fucking whip with the razors at the end of it and fucking fucking whip themselves in the back and fucking digress or fucking feel a certain type of way because of their worldly sins. And the only way they feel happy is if, like you said, or like he said, you know, if you absolve them of their sins.
Right.
And that's just such a fucking, like he said, it's an awkward conversation to be in the middle of a conversation with other people, then somebody, oh my God, throws the purse on the fucking counter. Oh my God, I hate being white. I hate it. Oh my God, my ancestors were the worst. I was like, what? We were just talking about the fucking soccer game, placing bets on the fucking fight.
And your ass come out of nowhere.
Making fun of him because he's white as fuck and he should go get a tan. And you want to come in here and talk about...
Your pale face, upper middle class ass. Go slam your Gucci purse down, talk about how you hate being white.
Yeah.
Bitch, like, we don't give a fuck about you being white. We don't hear that shit.
Yeah.
Trust me. Listen, it is the dumbest idea for you, if you're a white person, to go to anyone. Not saying it's dumb in a sense that you shouldn't do it. If you did something specifically to someone who was of a minority, who was of a different race than you, and you profited off of their pain,
like you go
personally,
then
yes, you go and you should ask for forgiveness.
Example, you go to Cermak. There's only one more thing of sofrito in the fucking freezer. You leave that shit there and you keep on walking because you know somebody's gonna make some good rice at home.
Period.
And they're going straight to the store to get that shit. You know, just let that shit be.
You let them be.
It's not yours. You make your Spanish rice next week.
If you're a Karen and you shut down a family's barbecue because your ass decided to call the police because you thought they didn't have a permit and they had to shut that shit down, you go to that fucking family, you apologize, and then you invite their family over to your house and you throw the cookout there. That's how you apologize. That's how you make amends. Yes. That's an apology. That's how you do that shit. That's how you make that shit right. You go to whoever it is that you fucked over and you make it right. You don't look for absolution from somebody, from the first black person you know. Like, you can't have them you can't apologize to them and this ain't
motherfucking Boondock Saints.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Boondock Saints. I just went and killed 52 people now let me go to confession and my sins will be absolved.
Right. What the
It
fuck
don't
you want me to
work
do?
like that.
You want me to pass you some purple potion and show you how to get to Wakanda, bitch? What the fuck? No. It don't work that way.
There goes your 1 ounce of vibranium.
Right. Like, you don't know. There's no special club for you. There is no cookout you're getting invited to. I'm sorry.
It's just like we work hard to mingle amongst, other races. It's the same shit. You're another race. You're okay.
It was strange to me. It was strange to me. And for a lot of times, I try to get people to understand, like, you can't apologize and then go back to the way you were before. It doesn't mean anything then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. There isn't two separate issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, know what the fuck it is you're apologizing for.
You can't go to the Tribe Called Quest concert and then go get mimosas the following day.
Right. I mean, you can, but you can't go to a Tribe Called Quest concert and then talk about how hip hop is fucking up the community. And it's like, nigga.
Because if you go get mimosas, most likely you're going to some fucking snobby ass bistro where only you and your aunt and your mom and are allowed.
See, that's the thing though. Hip hop has changed. Mm-hmm. It's evolved into mimosas now.
Yeah, I get it.
We're swanky now. We it's funny. I forgot how swanky we were until I was reminded. Somebody played an old commercial, and it was a Samsung commercial where Lil Wayne walks into this fucking store, this random ass store, and he's walking around, he's pouring a bottle of champagne on his phone. Mm-hmm. He empties out, he goes to the counter, he asks the guy, hey, where'd you keep your bottles of champagne at? Mm-hmm. He's like, in the back. He's like, all right. Keeps pouring this shit, goes with the empty bottle, puts that shit down, grabs another bottle out, takes the phone, puts it to the register, scans, goes through, thanks, pops the cork, pours that champagne on the phone and walks out. Mm-hmm. So the whole time he's just walking around just pouring champagne on the phone just to show that it's waterproof and you can still use it. And he's just going around, just walking around pouring champagne on the shit. When it gets done, he's going to buy another bottle and pour it on that shit. Just cause. $100, I don't give a fuck. I'm Tunchi, bitch. Like, after seeing that, I'm like, oh shit. We're everywhere. The culture of hip hop has been pushed from the ghettos of USA to the fucking hills in France and Italy. Motherfuckers all over the globe love hip hop artists so much. Legends that couldn't sell records in USA today can tour over there for the rest of their lives. We'll sit here and talk about how Public Enemy, the album, Public Enemy album, weak as a motherfucker. Overseas, that son bitch is diamond. They toured and treated like legends. Run DMC, if they wanted to, can jump up tour. Boys to Men, they releasing double discs over there. Man. They've been touring overseas for the last 20 years.
Didn't Blue Dye going to check on the cookies?
Blue ain't in the group, man. Temptations.
They had a similar.
Shut up. Dude, all artists, every artist on the later part of their careers end up loving it overseas because they can do that. They can do that. They can go over there and just tour. No matter what. DMX can sell out arenas there. Mm-hmm. The Lox can sell out arenas there. Wu-Tang can sell out arenas there. EPMD can sell out arenas there. Meth and Redman sell out arenas there. It's nothing. Tribe Called Quest, damn near Woodstock numbers overseas. All they need is people to put it together, and once it's put together, they get paid. And they love it. They love doing that because they know they're gonna get money. It doesn't matter what country you're in. If the money's right, they'll pay it. And they got the currency to do it. That's why Busta Rhymes can take 20 years off from making albums, because he's fucking performing in Dubai for birthday parties for sheiks and shit. Coming back, putting flutes and fucking snake charmer flutes in the fucking record. You sitting there, what the fuck? This don't sound right. No, because that ain't for you, motherfucker. It's for that nigga in Dubai that's paying him a fucking $20 million a show, saying perform for me and my sheiks for a whole month. We'll take care of you. Like, it's changing. We're past mimosas. These motherfuckers is pouring mimosas on their phone. These some bitches is fucking, they fucking jumping over buckets and showing that they can tiptoe on water. It's nothing now. Hell, for all I know, these motherfuckers gonna dip their $100 bills in fucking barbecue sauce and chew it. So that's the next flex.
Blue salad.
Right.
I want one of them blue salads.
Blue salads. This is just number blue faces and fucking croutons and
blue
cherries
cheese.
and blue cheese and shit.
Damn, that sounds good.
You're gonna be sitting there like, yeah, you know, I'm on that diet, baby. Rich as fuck, bitch.
You know, and it goes, and just to tie it back is, you know, it goes all back to the point where you need to get the fuck out of your own way. You know, white people, black people, brown people, yellow people, we need to get the fuck out of our way and realize that the world is changing. It truly is. Like you know, the memes that always get me or I find funny is like, you know, the ones where they're like, God, send me a sign. Send me a post that's going to change my life. And it's the fucking bitch that got the telephone pole fell on top of her, or fucking the stop sign fell on top of her. You know, it's like, what more do you want?
Right.
You know, if 2020 wasn't the post or the lightning bolt or the fucking signal that shows you that, hey, shit's changing. Now you can stay stuck in what you like and that's fine. But it doesn't change the fact that shit's gonna change. And if you wanna prosper, if you wanna live a healthy life, if you wanna be, you know, we all say, new year, new me. I wanna get my mental, I wanna get my physical, I wanna get my spiritual right. The only way you're gonna be able to attain something like that is once you realize that the world is changing. Because you're always gonna have a stigma about how you're used to things being. And if the world is changing, you ain't never gonna find that mental health. You're never gonna find that spiritual health because you're stuck in a way that no longer exists.
Yep.
You know, and that's something that I had to learn the hard way. You know, something that this year, going into this year, has really taught me that, you know, I, like anybody else, want to be stuck in my ways. You know, I want to be, oh, well, shit, if it's not my way, then it must not be true.
Right.
You know, because I'm a fucking stand-up motherfucker. So if I think it must be true. You know, but you realize that that's not always the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is that, you know, shit changes. And if you don't change with it, or obviously within your integrity, within how you perceive yourself, how you would like to, you know, address the world or present yourself to the world.
You got to adapt.
You know, you have to adapt to what is the change. Because if not, we'll be some mad motherfuckers like, oh, why aren't my posts getting likes? Well, motherfucker, because you didn't take the time to learn what an algorithm is and how and when to post and how to fucking link it to this, to that, to really get what you want.
You're not learning how to appeal to people.
You're just somebody that's mad.
Yeah.
You know, no, you need to take the time, see what it is, see what the change is, and see where you fit in comfortably amongst that. You know, because it's not about going into like, oh, well, shit, now motherfuckers wear skinny jeans, now I better wear. No, if you're not comfortable in skinny jeans,
don't wear it.
Be comfortable in the fact that you don't like skinny jeans.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean you got to fucking, oh, look at that fucking queer. He's got skinny jeans. Oh, look at that. You know, because that's usually what it goes. It goes straight to the insults on somebody that does something that is not you. And then you just become that fucking old fucking stuffy asshole that just shits on everything and anything that's not you.
Because they get so bitter and so fucking threatened because that change. Because that exists, now that's something that I have to address. I can't just ignore that. that's popular. When I'm going to stores to find my kind of jeans aren't there because your kind of fucking jeans is taking up space. So I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go and evolve and figure out a way to find my kind of jeans. I just want yours to be gone.
Yeah, and mine to be there.
Right, mine's to be there. Make it easy for me. You find your shit and leave my shit where I want it to be. And they don't realize your jeans ain't popular no more, man.
Yeah. You got to wait 15 years down the line until they come back around.
You know, it used to be you had the style. It used to be you shaped the style. Then you find yourself trying to keep up and you lost. So now you want it to go back to the way it was. It's like Mitch.
You lose the beauty of finding what your new style is. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, you know, you're stuck. Like, you know, shit, sweatpants. You know, that's
Right.
something that I wear. But now it's like, but what if I switch it up? Maybe I'll like that even more. You know, what if I wear jeans? What if I wear, you know, slacks? What if I, you know, wear button-ups instead of just a work shirt? You know, like that shit just starts opening up doors and avenues for you to find that happiness. Because if you're here in this fucking closet with one door and you're adamant that, no, I want to keep on putting nails up on this fucking door, and now you're pissed off because the door won't open, well, motherfucker, you need to open that door and see what else is in the fucking room.
I'll give you a quick example. I myself, I don't like skinny jeans.
Me neither.
But I'm from an era where we wore shit baggy. Now, I didn't want to wear shit too baggy because I thought that was stupid and too much work to keep your shit up. But at the same time, I ain't believe in wearing tight shit because at the same time, it's ridiculous and not all skinny shit is just comfortable. Not for all of us. You know, some of us don't need that. But I obviously noticed that the fashion was changing where clothes were different as far as size-wise that they would keep in there. So what I needed to do was find something that they had out there at my leisure, something that was easy for me to find that I could relate to and identify with to add to my wardrobe. I had to adapt. I had to see, okay, well, what is it about this new style that I like? What do they have? And I was able to find some shit that I liked that weren't skinny by any means, but were relaxed fit enough where I felt comfortable and said, yeah, I like this. This feels comfortable. Now, this not may be a style that everybody's used to me wearing, but hey, I like it. Some people will sit there and say, you trying to dress young. Nah, I'm dressing for my comfort. If it just so happens to be harem pants, so what? This shit feels good to me. It's for my comfort. And I advise you do the same. Find shit for your comfort.
In all avenues.
In all avenues.
Yeah, we use clothing because that's the most simplistic way of relating with it.
Right. Because it applies to your relationship, your business, your friendships, how you conduct yourself, how you carry yourself as a human being, no matter what country you're in. You know, you have to adapt. You have to.
You can't put yourself on the outside and then wonder why they don't let you in.
Yeah.
You know?
Stop lingering.
Yeah.
It was a good ride. It was. You had some great years. Yeah. But 2020 was the sign that says, hey, that time is over.
It's not the same. It's not you, it's me.
Right.
It's more like, it's not you, but it's you.
It's you.
You know, and that takes on a whole different meaning. You know, because it forces you to embrace the negativity or that thing that holds you back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the one thing that we love to run away from the most. You know, the fact that we are responsible for our own downfalls, basically. You know, we're responsible for putting the shit that holds us back in our own way.
And we're responsible for the future we created. So we can't look at this youth and say, oh, this is fucked up, da-da-da-da-da-da. No, we raised them to push forward. They may not be your kids specifically, but guess what? That was a generation that looked up to you. And your example was a water drop that led down that leaf
Your
and
hustle,
got bigger.
Your hustle evolved and turned into their hustle.
Turned into theirs.
Your ability to open up a business turned into their ability to fucking just spread their webs in anything that they touch and maximize exposure. You know, it's tit for tat. It's an evolution.
The reason why racism and hatred keeps fucking developing, even into younger people, is because older people with that hatred know to take those people under their wings and teach them that shit and keep it going. Mm-hmm. So while you're sitting there with all this knowledge and you're holding it to yourself, pass that shit on, man. Stop lingering. Stop holding on to it. If you ain't got no kids, pass that shit on. If you got kids, pass that shit on. Mm-hmm. Stop holding on to it. Get your kids up on the game. We need more people to combat hate. Because that's the only way you're going to get rid of it. It's the only way. Is you got to pass that knowledge on. And if you don't know what to pass on, then it's you. You need to figure it out. You need to Google some shit.
Yep.
You need to start watching the show more and you learn some shit.
Right. Go and hit the subscribe button.
That's right. Share
in all the groups that you follow.
Like it, you dumb son bitch. You dumb
worm.
white son of a bitch. You honky son bitch.
That's hilarious, bro.
The goddamn cracker.
You know, and it's crazy because we do get the reach. You know, we had like almost 30 shares yesterday.
Yeah, man.
You know, so we need to get people to get those views in, you know, because we're not just talking out of our ass. Like, we literally feel we wouldn't come up here and just talk out of our ass for 2 hours every single day.
Straight up.
You know,
we got messages, man.
Yeah.
We're trying little by little to inspire change.
Yeah. And if you want a greater example, you see it every day. You tune in. Mm-hmm. It's us.
It's us.
It's us. My frame of thought is not the same from episode 1.
Yeah.
It's not the same from fucking 2 weeks ago. It's not the same from a month ago. You know, it is what it is. That's what we're here for.
We evolve every day. You know, every day.
Are we perfect? No.
No.
Are we near perfect? No. Do we know where we want to get to? No. But we know we want to move in a direction that's not what we've been.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know. Take it for what you want. We are who we are.
Right.
You know, obviously you're here with us. So you get it.
Also, just a quick reminder, Loteria is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
So if you're in the area and you're looking for something to do, come hang out with the crew. Come play Loteria. Have some good food, some good drinks.
From the food mob.
BYOB. Bring your own booze.
Yes, yes.
But come through, come kick it, come play. You get some chance to win some cash, man. Go home with some pockets full of 1s, and 5s, and 10s and shits.
Yeah, I'll get you at least some good breakfast.
Hell yeah, man. Come through on a Saturday, come kick it, man. Make some money. Go to one of those drive-through strip clubs or some shit. I don't know if they got
Also on Thursday, make sure you tune in for Frecuencia Al Mil here at 102.5 FM. That is from 7 to 10. We start off with the guys from Cheleando. I think they have a special guest this week as well. And then we have Live con Almil Records coming on after that with Mace and Money Mike. They have a very talented young lady that's coming in this week. And after that, stick around for the top 10. You know, let's get shit, I blanked out. Let's get Aragon to that top spot.
Hell yeah. Let's get him to number 1,
He's climbing. So, yeah, we got that. So, ladies and gentlemen.
This Thursday. Come kick it.
Yes, as you know, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is Hump Day.
Hump Day.
So we will see you guys. Hold on, let me cue this. Mañana.